For those of you that may be new today, my name is Rachel Phillips. I am one of the health coaches here at Incenta Health. Every Wednesday we get together and we talk a little bit about a certain health thing. This week we are talking about April being stress month. And to not stress anybody else anymore, if you want to put in the chat something good. What's going well this week in your life? Something you might be looking forward to. I've noticed, at least in my life, a lot of people are having kind of a crummy week. So let's share some positive news. Like I said, feel free to put that in the chat. You can take yourself off mute, whatever works. My something good, I get to see my parents for the first time in over a year on this Friday, since we'll all be fully vaccinated. Shelby, awesome. Recently enrolled in a yoga teacher training. I would love to know your experience. I'm a registered children's yoga teacher. Catherine says she's lost a little over 10 pounds so far. Awesome, Catherine. Good work. Good job. Keep it up. If you have any secrets to success, feel free to share them as well. Anybody else have anything good? Lori, was it you that said they have a kid getting married soon, maybe? No, that's okay. All right, let's get started. Again, April is National Stress Awareness Month. It has been National Stress Awareness Month every April since 1922, is from what I read this morning, which I think is just fascinating. Hopefully our lives are both more and less stressful as they were in 1922. In a true, stress reduction practice, we are going to do a mindful moment. It's about 2 minutes. Feel free to join us. Hopefully that helps everybody. I do have headphones in, so could you all hear that, or was it just me? I can give you the webinar link or the link as well. Awesome. So I am a person that likes to know the science behind things, um, and why we do what we do. The brain is a fascinating place. So before we talk about how to mitigate stress, let's talk about what stress is. Stress is very much part of the human experience. We've all felt stress at some point in our lives. It's that feeling of emotional or physical tension. Your body is on alert. You could be shaky, have a rapid heart rate, um, have racing thoughts that you're unable to settle. Um, for those of you that are lucky to not have experienced that physical sensation of stress, that's what it is. The top causes of stress in our country, probably none of these are um, too much a surprise to you, but they are money, your job, family, and other relationships. And this was pre-pandemic, so stress right now might also include working from home, um, an unsureness of the future, maybe having your kids at home right now, caring for sick or elderly parents, things like that. So top causes of stress. We're in a really stressful time right now. However, stress isn't always a bad thing. When it comes in short bursts, it's actually a really good thing. Stress helped us from when we had to flee from tigers and bears. Unfortunately, we don't have to run away from, well, fortunately, we don't have to run away from tigers or bears anymore. Um, and also meeting a deadline, or having to help your kid get a project done or something like that. That stress is short. Our body knows how to clear it, and that's when it's not bad. However, too much stress can be detrimental to your overall health. When we are stressed, we release hormones like cortisol, epinephrine, and norepinephrine. And when too much of those hormones are in our system, they wreak a little bit of havoc. We can, if you are stressed, highly stressed over a long period of time, you can have an increase in blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, obesity, depression, anxiety, skin issues, like eczema. And symptoms of being too stressed could include the inability to sleep or relax, frequent aches, pains, fatigue, that feeling of being tired all the time, weight fluctuations. For some, they overeat when they're stressed, but for others, they may undereat when they're stressed. Changes in appetite and a weakened immune response, meaning that you can get sicker more quickly. Any questions on kind of the science behind it? Awesome. So some of the best way for stress relief, and I hope you all have something like this, a stress relief practice in your own life. If not, hopefully this gives you a couple ideas. First and foremost, if you are unable to cope with your everyday stress, please, please, please seek out professional help. There are mental health providers all over the place that are willing and able to help you work through your stress, manage your stress, develop healthy coping skills. So if you are at that breaking point, that is okay. Please advocate for yourself. A couple of things that you can do on your own at home. I think the most important is moving your body. If you have ever watched a nature documentary where some sort of prey is getting chased by its predator, and once they are safe from danger, they literally shake it off. Our dogs do that, our cats do that. They literally shake off this stress reaction, and it gets rid of all those bad hormones and fills us back up with good hormones. However, we don't do that. after we beat a deadline at work or deal with a stressful situation with our children or another family member, we don't tend to shake it off. So we keep in all of those detrimental hormones of the cortisol, epinephrine, and norepinephrine that we have too much in our system. And when we move our body, we reduce those and we increase those feel good hormones, like serotonin, and what's the other one? Dopamine. Um, so having a daily movement activity is really good for you. I'm not saying that you have to go like run a marathon or lift a lot of weights, but a daily walk, maybe in the middle of your day, taking your meetings on the phone and walking around the park, doing yoga, stretching, something to get that energy moving through your body. The next way to relieve stress, and this one, it can get a little bit scientific, but eating well. Your feel good hormones are largely secreted in your gut, released in your gut. 95% of your serotonin is released in your gut and not in your brain. And your diet greatly impacts your microbiome. So, all those little buggies that live in your gut. Um, the good news is we can change the profile of our microbiome for them to release more of those feel good hormones and less of the inflammation hormones, by what we eat. So, eating quality foods, limiting our amounts of processed sugars and fats, will help feed those good buggies. There was a meta-analysis that came out of Harvard, and they looked at over 100,000 folks diagnosed with depression and anxiety. And they gave them some sort of healthy eating intervention, the DASH diet, Mediterranean, vegan. And there was one other one I don't remember, but all 1/3 of the participants in that meta-analysis, after 3 months of having a diet intervention, um, 3 months after having a diet intervention, were no longer had the traits attributable to a depression or anxiety diagnosis, and the other 2/3 had great symptom remediation. So their symptoms of depression and anxiety decreased quite a bit just by changing what they're eating, no other intervention. Um, Shelby did say skin issues are so real. Just had eczema experiences that was 100% stress related. Oh, absolutely. It's so interesting how connected our body is. I get stress related acne, stress related eczema. That's so true. Thank you, Shelby, for sharing that. Another way to practice some stress relief is practicing gratitude. I know when we're stressed and everything seems really chaotic, this is the last thing we want to do. But having a daily gratitude practice of, what went well, what did you accomplish, what are you proud of, what are you thankful for, can help us slow down those anxious thoughts and tell our bodies, like, hey, everything's okay. You're not running away from a tiger. And then relax. Obviously, this one's a big one. Stress and relaxation can't exist in the same body. Um, Relaxation techniques include meditation, yoga, breathing exercises, etc. Maybe for you, it's getting a massage, taking a candlelit bath, journaling, engaging in prayer, seeing your friends, whatever it could be. And last but not least, some stress relief is taking a break and setting those boundaries from work or family members, whatever could possibly be causing you stress. I know for me too, when I am feeling really stressed, I schedule in when I'm allowed to be stressed. I'm allowed to feel that feeling I allow myself to feel that feeling for 5 minutes. And then I say, you know what, this isn't going to get me anywhere. Now I'm going to do action. And that seems to work for me. So feel free to try that for yourself. Allow yourself to feel that emotion and then keep going. Do any of you have any really awesome stress relief techniques that have worked for you? I know for some too, like canoodling with a pet or a loved one helps. that body to body contact helps release some of those feel good hormones as well. Long bubble baths. Yes, absolutely. Listen to a nice podcast, nice um, playlist. Anybody else have a good relaxation, stress relief thing they do? Maybe it's um, your stress relief thing that you do each week is, or every other week, is have somebody come clean your house so you just don't have to worry about it. Lots of different ways. Awesome. If you are looking to catch up on our blog, feel free to head over to incentahealth.com/wellness chats. Each week we post these videos with a short blurb. Feel free to share with anybody in your network. The more that we can make an impact, the better. Upcoming topics for the next 2 weeks. Next week, we are going to talk about building and sustaining an exercise and movement regime. I've gotten a lot of feedback from folks that they just can't find the time to fit it in, so we're going to work through that. The last Wednesday of the month, as always, is a health coach Q&A, so feel free to send us your burning health related questions. And as always, feel free to connect with us. We have health coaches standing by Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at personal.trainer@incentahealth.com. That phone number, that 800 phone number, or with the chat function, either in the app or online. And if you haven't done so already, feel free to follow us on Facebook, /groups/ Health Healthy at Home. And that's what I have for you all today. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you next week.